In this question, we are solving the following triangle. So one thing that you notice right away is that this is a right angle triangle. So this symbol means that this is a right angle. And what that means is that this angle is 90 degrees. So 90 degrees, right angle. If you think about a corner of a piece of paper or a wall, those should always be at 90 degrees. So we know that angle C equals 90 degrees. Side C is the side across from it. So often we have lowercase for the sides and then capital letters for angles. And then if we look at our A is 67 degrees, and then side A would be 12. And lastly, we have angle B, we don't know, and side B is 5 inches. So that means there's two things to find out. We need to find out what angle B is, and we need to find out what side C is. So to do that, first of all, I'm just going to sort them all out. Our angles are 67 degrees and 90 degrees. We need to find out what angle B is, and we can use the simple equation, and that is that the angles of a triangle have a sum of 180 degrees. So A plus B plus C equals 180. You substitute your A or C in there, and then you do the subtraction. Subtract 67 and 90 from 180, and you'll get B equals 23. Now the other way to do this question is, if you know that this one, if this is a 90-degree angle, then these two angles have to add together to give you 90. So you could have just went 90 minus 67 equals 23. So that's something you can do when we know that this is a right angle. Now next we have our missing side. So when it's a right angle triangle, again, we can only use this when it's a right angle triangle. We can use Pythagorean Theorem to solve for a missing side when we know the other two. In this case, we know the two legs and we're missing the hypotenuse. So in order to find this, we have a squared plus b squared equals c squared, and we know the legs, so we can substitute those in. A equals 12 and b equals 5. It doesn't matter if you mix them up in this case because you'd end up getting the same thing. So you square those, and it's important that you don't add the 12 and the 5 to get 17. What we want to do is go 12 squared is 144, and 5 squared is 25. Then you add them together to get 169. Now 169 is not the length of the side, that's what the side squared is. So you have to take the square root of both sides to find out what C equals. So you pull out your calculator, you find out what the square root of 169 is, and it is exactly 13. So this is one of those situations where the numbers work out really nicely. It usually doesn't work out this way unless your math teacher is making it work this way. So now we know all the parts of the triangle. So when you're asked to solve a triangle, you're asked to find all of the missing parts.